Max, congratulations on winning the Young Player of the Season award. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, obviously, thank you. I think it's, I won it last year as well, and it's a real privilege. It sort of never gets old, sort of winning these, the individual awards. But yeah, I was just really proud again to have won it.
You've won this award now 3 times out of the last 4 seasons. What does that say about the growth that you've made?
I think I've just tried to sort of grow with the football club really over the last few years, and thankfully I've sort of managed to do that and sort of stay a part of it. It's been a real honour to sort of be a part of the last few years, and I'm very fortunate to have been part of it. I certainly don't take it for granted, the sort of time that I'm in at the club and what's going on with it. It's a real sort of privilege to be a part of, and I'm very thankful for that.
Voted for by the supporters, I guess again, your winning this award shows their affinity to you.
Yeah, I think I've got a real good connection with the fans. Obviously, coming through the academy, it sort of helps that you're one of their own. But even through the tough times and the good times, I've always had a good connection with the fans, and they spend a lot of hard-earned money to come and support us home and away, and you never take that for granted. Just the amount of support they give us. They're a real boost, and they certainly are the 12th man.
Does that add an extra sense of pride for you coming through the academy, playing for the first team, but also picking up awards like Young Player of the Year, showing what that homegrown talent can do?
Yeah, I think naturally it does. It's sort of that bond that you have with the fans, and then for them to vote you for an award is a real sort of, as I said before, honour. The fans are this football club really. With what's happened over the last sort of few years when they saved the club. That they're the ones that sort of make this football club and this town what it is. So yeah, for them to vote me, I'm very thankful.
And a sign for those players coming through the academy that you are somebody to look to, as that this is what you can do.
Yeah, I suppose so. I don't really like to sort of think of it that way, but there's a lot of good young lads that are coming through the club, and over previous years, and the football club's been known for producing young talent. So yeah, there's many more to come. I mean. Over the next few years, you've got the likes of obviously Harry, who's done really well this year, obviously Aaron James, and lads in the youth team that are going to step up and hopefully have massive futures at this football club.
As someone that came through the academy, how pleasing is it to see it now it's in full flight and growing? How pleasing is that to see?
Yeah, I think that's obviously one of the most important things is having a good academy, and Wrexham historically have had that. I was lucky enough to benefit from that. And it maybe took a dip maybe a few years ago, sort of when I was sort of late in the youth team. It was maybe going downhill slightly through no one's fault really, just the sort of way the LFE and the FL sort of thing works. And obviously now for it to be back on the rise again and producing really good football is something to be proud of, and historically Wrexham's always had that, so yeah, it'd be important to get that back.
Another young player that you've worked very closely with across the season, Arthur Okonkwo, he's done fantastic this year, hasn't he? Again, another young player like yourself coming through the last few years and proving themselves at these levels. Yeah,
Arthur's unbelievable. I think he's the best keeper in the league. The amount of times he sort of saves us is it's a lot, and I thought sort of thank him for that, because he's a top goalie, but even more sort of a top lad. We have a good relationship on and off the pitch, and I think we know each other's games really well, and he's had another fantastic season, and it's a sort of a pleasure to play alongside him.
And just finally, because you've picked up this award 3 times in the last 4 years, that must be a really pleasing thing for you and your family to share.
Yeah, I think sort of family take the pride aspect of it. They obviously helped me a lot in the early days. Driving to and from training and matches, so I have a lot to thank them for. But yeah, I think they're the ones who can be proud, and sort of to do it for them is it's a good thing.
Thank you, Max, and congratulations.